And I've seen your
Thank
art.
you.
So you were wearing something really cool yesterday. I am going to try to pop that up on our YouTube stream here so that people can see kind of like what you're doing yesterday. This video that she was making coffee in her kitchen, and she had this is an outfit that you designed. Tell us about this.
So this fabric pattern is from a sister collection that I have to Crypto Sluts called Crypto Butts, and it was meant to expand on the community, kind of open it up to more people, and also give me some more like additional pieces for fashion to add to like the project. Originally, I wanted to do rave wear, um, and I would like went through sourcing the material, but then I had to find a seamstress as well, and it was really costly, and it took a long time. So this is I decided to go ahead and plug the designs into the print on demand, like I'm doing for the Crypto Sluts jackets and mugs and things like that. And then this is the do your own research pattern. It comes in yellow, blue, and red. And when these sell, the holder of that specific design from CryptoButts gets 10% net profit share.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So not only you're putting beauty out there, you're putting like art and good intentions, and you're paying it forward. Like this is a whole. I see this as like a whole movement going forward with, um, being able to. Sorry, sorry, my other piece is like screaming at me over there. I see this as a movement and a way to uh, spark some controversy in our like Discord with how we feel about marketing, how you're marketing yourself, how you're marketing now your product and your company, and then also like because this is early days, like how we're marketing women in this space. Have you encountered somebody with a opposite like an let's just say an opposing viewpoint on how to market women in this space?
Oh, yeah, plenty. Over the last year, especially in like the direct messages. But a lot of times, even just, on in comments and things, I've had a lot of people say that it's degrading to women or that the name Crypto Sluts isn't really something that's a respectable name in the space that that I should maybe not have the name like I do. Um, some people change their mind though when I talk to them about it because they think it's different from what it is. And then once I explain the actual concept behind it, they're like, okay. So, but I've had some people just get really upset about it and say plenty of like mean things too, but I don't take that too seriously. They're just not it's not for them.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Well, you can filter out the negativity with that right away. It's like that your audience will filter it and filter out as they need be. So I hope that you never take that. I hope they never take that under your wing of consideration with design going forward. That these images that she's talking about, if you're viewing us live on YouTube, you can follow along with a little um, graphics that I'm going to put up here. Her artwork is amazing. And one of the things that we are here to do today is to talk about women in NFTs, women in cryptocurrency. How can we get more women into crypto? How can we keep them into crypto? And one of the things that we talked about, you and I, this week was the difference between the viewpoints on how people actually view NFTs artwork. Do they see them as NFTs as like useless JPEGs, or do they actually have some utility? So some would argue that these JPEGs, these images, yes, can be duplicated and therefore they don't have like they have intrinsic value at that point, right? So you're giving out physical pieces of artwork today. So can you tell us a little bit about this giveaway that we have going on with these mugs? If you're on YouTube, you can pop up and see us on there. You can see our show. I'm going to add it to the stream.
Yeah, so these mugs feature all of the current crypto sluts that have sold. So when I auction off each piece. They're one of one characters, and when they're auctioned off, that's when they get added to the store, because then I have somebody who gets that 10% net profit share of the merch featuring them. So, but they are all saying GM, so they're these like fun little GM mugs, and we're giving away one for Pulse Chain and one for Hex today. And I believe we wanted to do one for a lady that comes up and shares who hasn't come up before. So we want to encourage a lady to come up and take the mic. And then the next one, do you want to go with doing just somebody who retweeted the room? Somebody.
Yeah, please. Like let's Don Felly with a mug here. I know he's not a lady, and I know he's probably, but he sounds like he'd be a crypto slut. So let's give him a mug. And
Okay.
being here and working through our tech issues with us, that is so appreciated to help us work through these spaces so that we can continue to grow, so that we can continue to reach more people. You know, the name Crypto Sluts caught me off guard, and I'm not one that's usually caught off guard. But then I saw like what you were actually like. I caught not off guard. I shouldn't say off guard because it's not off guard. You caught me, like you caught my attention. And when I saw that, I was like, let me look into this a little bit more. I'm curious about some things. Phil, you want to come up here and speak? Go for it.
I just had a quick question. I was like, the name kept coming to me. I was like, I know this. I follow this person. I was like, and I put two and two together. And I was like, I know this through the Hoodlums, which is what I work with as well. So I love the artwork. I was just coming to see. How much is a crypto slut, or what? How much is the next? What is the current project? I might want to indulge.
Yeah. So I'm super tongue tied this morning. The auctions start at 0.5 ETH, which is a lot less now than when I started a year ago. But yeah, they start at 0.5.
Word.
And I'm glad to connect. I like saw the Hoodlum. So you work with the Hoodlum and on the project?
Yeah, me and J Tunes is the artist. First came in, he was one of the first artists I bought and loved, and then his whole background and story and everything about it. And then I started working with him and came up with his whole new collection, which is what it currently is. So I'm the assistant on it, actually.
Awesome. Yeah, he and I did a collaboration like 6 months ago or so. And
yes,
we're in the talks of doing something together too, I think. Wait, you have it?
I do.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, it's a small world.
Dope. Well, I'm glad you came in today. And then do you want the Hex or the Pulse Chain mug?
Surprise me.
Okay, dealer's choice. Let's go with Pulse then.
Over there on top of the chair there. All right, thanks. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for that. What an exciting way to spread some physical art around the room. I hope you enjoy your coffee in the morning, or your tea, or your cocktail, whatever you like to enjoy in there. That's pretty exciting. Thank you for the generous offer and giveaway. I'm going to try to switch microphones really quick. For some reason, it's still saying that the room is having technical issues. So thanks everybody for being here and for tuning in and listening and staying with us this morning. Appreciate you. That was weird. It sounded like I got stuck under a tractor tire, but I'm actually, true story, standing still in the studio. So thank you. Thanks for participating in all these crazy techie issues today. What's up with that? Happy Sunday, everyone out there. Is everyone awake and good morning? What's going on?
Are we ready? Got their coffee.
Or tea. Oh yeah, much better. Thank you for that. My lovely assistant, Vibra Finance CEO, working tech this morning, working hard. Let's give him a thumbs up. Thanks for that. If anybody else is out there in the space, and not that you're new, but if you'd like to come up and join the mic and share, vibing with Vibra this morning is to talk about women in crypto. How do we get more women into this space? Once they're here, what are they interested in? And how can we continue to grow our health, wealth, and self together through mindful wellness and being aware of different kinds of cryptos that are out there, because they're not all built the same, right? So these projects that you're putting out, you got my attention because of the utility that these have. So what attracts you to make art from these projects?
Oh, so it was like a really organic thing. I was in Denver back in 2020, and I happened to go to the art store on, I think it was Main Street, and I was walking, and I passed by the ETH Denver conference that I didn't know was going on. And it was the first time I had seen anything crypto like in real life. So up to this point, like if I was bringing it up to my coworkers or anything like that, it was always just like me about crypto, and they're like, yeah, okay. So it was really exciting, and I got to go inside, and they had like speakers and all this stuff, and Vitalik was there, so I got starstruck because I like almost ran into him, and I was like, I can't believe he's just right there, and I was actually too nervous to even say hi. But when I went home, that whole experience like inspired the very first crypto slut. Like she wasn't called a crypto slut yet. It was just like the Ethereum girl. Um, and oh shoot, I should have sent this one to you, but she's like in her room and she's got a poster of Vitalik. And or no, it was called the Future Miss Vitalik Buterin. Because she like I took like that fangirl reaction I felt and kind of wanted to like put that into a character. And so yeah, the Ethereum slut is actually the very first crypto slut.
That's cool. What was your next one?
The next one was the Bitcoin slut, which was a self-portrait because I was like, if I can be, I want to be one of them. And Bitcoin's my favorite crypto.
Bitcoin's your favorite crypto.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that, about the educational like nuance that like you're able to facilitate through your artwork. So we had talked about that briefly this week, but talking about using this art to educate noobs, so to speak. Welcome, noobs. You're more than welcome. This is the place for you to be. To welcome noobs in the space and bridge that gap between the traditional financial system and the new system coming forward. We were talking about using these pieces of art as conversations to start an open topic about the Federal Reserve Bank and what's going on with there. So have you had like out in the community or out like in your own community, so to speak, and are you finding that you're getting more of an opportunity to educate those around you with like what the basis of what's going on is right now, which is where we stand in our financial system and then where we're going to? Do you see like, do you find that these pieces of art facilitate a conversation or open a door for you with those?
I think so far it's mainly it doesn't really get that deep with it most of the time, but like I was thinking like a lot of times people want to ask me like, oh, was I good buying Doge? Like, because they'll have bought something like within the last year, and then they'll be like, how is this one gonna be or whatever. Which is cool because then I find out like a lot of people have just kind of jumped into crypto in the last year who don't even know why they bought in, which is cool because with the girls, that's a lot of times with Doge or Shiba Inu. A lot of people that don't know why they're in crypto bought one of those too, which is cool.
Yes, that's interesting. They don't know why they're in crypto, yet they bought those too. That tells us something, right?
And that's what's cool about like the different cryptos too is like different cryptos speak to different people and they get in for different reasons. And it's like, I just love it.
Me too. Hey, Erwin. Hey, Nurse Scarlet Rose. I see you down there in the chat. I see Space C down there too. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, evening, afternoon, or wherever you are in this beautiful world. Thank you for being here. So, NFTs, are they pictures or do they have utility? Let's chat. What do you think?
So it depends on if you're giving them utility, as far as I understand. So with mine, um, when you hold the image, there's several utilities. The best one is the 10% net profit share. And the cool thing about that is I have this direct connection to the holder, and I don't have to know their name, I don't have to know their address, I don't have to know any personal information, but I can know that they hold it and I know that they're due that 10% share. I do that on the 3rd of the month too. So like the previous, because I have to do it manually, so the previous 30 days of sales, I'll figure out that 10% share, and then I send it in Polygon to the cooperating wallet of, so I can get around the gas fees for Ethereum, but still have that same wallet to send it to. And that's just so they have utility just because I decided to give them utility. So they don't always have to have utility. You can even look at pieces of art that don't have utility as, like the one of one arts. It's like, well, I guess utility is though it's you're collecting the art and you're hoping that that artist's career blossoms further and you got to participate in like their growth and um kind of like kind of making a stock out of an artist in a way, and that's not like a declared utility. It just kind of is intrinsic in it.
Yes, I understand. I like I going forward. I was gonna play a clip that Kevin O'Leary had gone, and he was at Consensus and spoke, and he and the panelists and at Consensus were discussing NFTs with utility versus just having art. And I'm finding that there's like that intrinsic value to them, which does therefore it has value. Somebody's going to want that concert ticket. Somebody's going to want that exclusive access to you as an artist. And Web3 going forward there is a way to like Web2 and Web1, right? We got off the track with those. Web1 was designed to be what Web3 is hoping to look for in the future. And so we're looking to get more of the economic, we're looking to get, okay, so sorry, this is getting off for a moment, but he can explain it way better than I do. I will post a link to that so that you guys can watch that. But he kind of spoke about like the secondary market on that, like with NFTs. So the Rolex can sell 5,000 watches a year, and then what happens? Those get off and they're shipped off, and then they get duplicated. So how better a way to be able to track your original piece of art, like you're creating here, track your original piece of art to its origin, so that you're never paying those you're never paying for something outrageous, which is something that's not like quality and true and made by the actual company or producer behind it. So going forward, that's interesting. How would you feel if people started to duplicate your artwork in that sense?
I think it would be great because it would help me to get more exposure. And I like the only thing that's a bummer is like I've had people take it and put it on other platforms for a lower price, and people have bought it and then they were really excited, and I've found out and had to be like, hey, sorry, that's not actually from me. But that's the cool thing about minting on the blockchain is like I have a wallet that you can find me at, like the one that's connected to OpenSea that I mint all my pieces from, to verify that it actually came from me.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's that value for the artist, is the proof of authenticity. And that would also be, I think that's going to be pivotal in fashion too, because people want to be able to prove that what they have is legit from the brand, and that can be provable with NFTs now. So I want
Yeah.
to incorporate that into the streetwear as well.
Oh, that's cool. Yes, there are many companies that are already doing visible watermarks and NFTs on their clothing. Ralph Lauren, I know, is one. They work with Atma DIO that runs off of Hedera Hashgraph. And so, like, watching those products, like, for me, it's so fascinating to watch that product supply chain develop and where it's going with crypto and new finance and all this booming. um I'd like to call it the fourth industrial revolution, even though it's maybe not the term, but like I'm just going to throw it on there because that's what I see it as. We're taking products like the other day. I was getting it, like I was at a hospital facility and they had a little sticker that just had like a room number or something on it, and they handed it to me and it said Avery Dennison on it. Now I'm familiar with Avery Dennison working in the healthcare industry, and I see that name on all of these products. Knowing that Avery Dennison is working with Atma DIO that is running off of Hedera is like, okay. So that's how I'm piecing the dots and making the connection to move things forward. So no, I don't see NFTs as like a useless piece of like art. You like that is a utility right there. Like every single sticker that is printed out that goes onto your luggage tag, those are going to be considered NFTs. That is going to be a very traceable way of finding out where your bag actually went to. So I find these things interesting. I love that you opened up pivotal. Thank you, Tin Top. Pivotal in multiple assets: real estate, cars, identification, and academia. Absolutely, there are so many different like real estate. There's a project popping up on Pulse Chain called Power City, and they are bringing these little tiny homes. They're working with little tiny homes and then turning them into NFTs, and then they're giving them utility. They're giving them purpose, and there's going to be so many of these projects that pop off. It's so exciting to be early days to get to witness and experience this from the ground. Like, which one's going to make it? So I love that you're doing art. You're documenting history with your art too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like there's even some projects I'm gonna wait until I'm a few more seasons in, but that are from like 2017, 2018, a little bit older, that are just like personal favorites of mine that are already dead, but I think they're relevant to like the story. So that's the cool thing too, is the girls. I kind of envision, as I bring the animation in, kind of starting out more like kind of Looney Tunes type style, like really silly, fun, high energy, like kind of a little nonsensical. Um, just want to keep it light and fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the light and fun aspect of it because, like, as Tin Top just pointed out, all of our documents and credentials will be associated with our own. We're gonna have these digital wallets, and some of our anonymity is gonna be not not gone anymore. But then there might be some privacy protection to it too, like going forward and showing. I love that you bring in your creativity with um, the story behind it. That affects everyone in a way that you're documenting history and from the ground up. You're bringing in the ability, like, for women to look at this and say, oh, crypto sluts is not for me, or crypto sluts, like, I want to know more about that. That is, you're finding such a sweet spot with that. Going and looking and seeing that the projects that you're like working with, I'm excited to see what's in your vault and what's coming forward. So you're working on a physical space too, right?
Yeah, so the big part of the project right now is I want a store here in Las Vegas, and I envision it as like a coffee shop, so that it's like a social place for people to come and talk crypto. And I'll have like the crypto mugs, and I have like drinks planned out for the different girls that will also help kind of, it's inspired by the chains in the community, so it further like teaches you about crypto. But anyway, and then like have a retail section of the crypto sluts apparel, so you can shop in real life and you can come and talk to people about crypto, because that was the coolest thing about being being able to take some time to really go to all of the NFT events last year when I first launched the project was being able to talk to people who are in the space in real life. That's always really cool about the meetups. But instead of like having to like have a big ticket and a big meetup every time, I think it would be cool to have a more casual meetup locally for people to come and talk about Web3 together.
I think that that is an amazing idea, and that you're building such a valuable space with that. It's if there's more people in this area that we could just get, like, that's why I love doing these spaces. I mean, we're in 2 different time zones, and we're in 2 different, 2 different places of the world. That's just you and I, and that's not including everybody else in this room. And we're all, that connection that we're all forging through these spaces, our voice only gets louder and the message only gets clearer as we like share these things together. So I like when I hear opposition, or I hear that somebody's got their um, maybe not their looking eyes and their listening ears open all the way to new ideas. It's intriguing to me. So, like, for you to be able to put this art out there and put, I don't know how to say that, but I just want to say thank you, because I think that you're providing such a valuable service to, not just the crypto community as a whole, like, because on the end, and like when we're in spaces and stuff, we're not talking about the institutional investors. We're not talking about like the big man about there. We're here together, and we're like the common folk. Yeah, I say we're like the common folk, right? Because we are the voices that are out there teaching our children and educating. So I love that you're incorporating education into your space too. Thank you. It's so important.
Thank you. Yeah, I really hope that it, like, when I say I want people to get into crypto, it's not just like buy crypto. And I hope to be better at communicating that too. Is like, I think it's a really great space for like it's a booming economy. You can bring your skills into a lot of these projects. I think people don't understand. It's like they're open source. You can come in and you can get involved in the ones that you think you can provide value to or that you're interested in. And I think that's one of the coolest aspects right now, considering the job market that we're currently in. I think that's just an avenue for work that people aren't aware of that they could get involved in and become their own boss.
Oh man, be your own bank, become your own boss. Boy, that sounds terrible. Sign me up. Sign me up immediately. Absolutely. That I love that entrepreneurial spirit in you, and sharing that. That is a beautiful example of how you can use something that moves you, some creativity, getting that close to Vitalik, and then expressing that excitement through your art. A gift. And so when women are always like, I don't know how to get involved, like I don't know how to stream, nobody knows how to do that until you do it. And so for you to get out there and jump and be an example of how to get out there and put yourself out there in a way where you might get some backlash, but I feel like you're going to get so much more support going forward. Your project really does a great way of showcasing that for itself. So you might get a couple people that come in and be like, what is this? But after hearing your message, it's a no-brainer. Thank you for that. Thanks for being like out there and putting it out there and sharing all that with us.
Yeah, and thank you for inviting me on, because this is my first live stream, so that's exciting. Thank you so much.
Yay!
And also, any other ladies, like I said, when I came into your first space a couple weeks ago, and everybody was being really encouraging to grab the mic, and then you called me out and brought me up. It's like that was really helpful, because I usually will just kind of hang out and be a lurker, because I get nervous that I'm gonna be silly and get tongue-tied, which I do, but it's not so bad actually now that I get into it.
Oh my gosh, you're a natural. I couldn't tell. I would thought this was like your 50th. So these things.
Thank you.
Well, people think that we think about more than the other side of the screen or the other side of the speakers too. Like, thank you all so much for being in this room here today. Thank you for liking and retweeting and sharing. Thank you for those that are tuning in and looking at our mugs and our physical and our digital and also coffee mugs on YouTube. Thank you very much. I like the intention behind the space is to have more conversations with women like you that are out there educating with crypto on the ground, and you're out there getting interest with your art, and you're brave and you're smart, and I want to know more about it. I want to hear more about it. Like, these are conversations that I want to have more often around me with investing into cryptocurrency. What does it look like in this market right now? What's, I don't want to get on here and show. That's not what it's about. But it's to get on here and celebrate you and highlight you for the things that you're doing in this community, as in like the crypto space community. And then also reaching out to different pockets, different bubbles, and you're going to pick up your tribe as you go. You're forging the way, you're kicking butt. Like, and we're all, I say like we're all in this together because I'm very like team spirit with that one too. Like, that's what I'm here for as Lindsay the Hexkin. That's what we are here for as Vibra Finance, is to bring more eyes into cryptocurrency and educate them from the ground up what projects have good use case and which ones will be viable. And then I love that you're backing that up with some physical attraction to it too. Makes it like a multi-sensory experience. I'm up for that.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna use that as a description for it. That's awesome.
You totally should, because that's what it is. They're going to be coming into your space, and you're going to welcome them from the ground with education, with eye-popping art, with you're bringing it all in. You're crushing it.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm really trying to get the apparel out in front of people because I feel like you said, with the walking billboard, like I feel like especially like the character jackets and things, they're just so eye-catching. Like I've always got people coming up to me and being like, "What's up with this jacket?" So I look forward to like having that, but with like on like a much grander scale as people find the apparel. And I'm
Yeah,
trying to make it like very, like I want to have options for a lot of people, like, guys and girls, in a variety of sizes as well, so that everybody can find something in the store, hopefully. As I have as much variety as I can get with the distributor I've got right now.
I had asked you the other day. I was like, "So, what's it feel like? Have you ever seen somebody out there wearing your art? What's that feel like? Can you describe that for us?"
It's so cool. Even when I'm like just designing these designs, I'll just like I'll be like, I can't believe that I live in a time where I can just go online and create clothing and just sell it, Like that's amazing. It kind of and that's only going to get faster with like implementing blockchain and payment processing, because now I'm getting into payment processing for the store where it's like two charges in different accounts, and I got to stay on top of the fees and do all that math.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
oh, this is fun.
all the beauty of business that comes behind it, but that beauty cannot be taken away with the that pride, that feeling of being able to share something that you're passionate about with other people. And if you're out there and you're in a 9 to 5 situation and you want to be more involved with crypto, in not just in the investing aspect of it, or the education aspect of it, but really in a way where you want to create content and get out there and be, face to face, do it. Jump, make a hat, make a shirt, jump. Like, would you say that you were like ready to do this, and you were like, I've had this mapped out for years, or would you just say like, I don't even know how this happened, here I am, I'm amazing?
The latter, I didn't know. Like, so I saw all of the success that was going on with the generative art projects like Bored Ape and CryptoPunks, and I was like, okay, I've been trying to do something with my art. Like that was the whole motivation over the last 5 years. I was like, I just feel like if I don't do something with it, I'll regret it. And so I just started posting on Instagram, and then it kept going, and then the Ethereum slut happened, and then I was like, okay, I could work that into maybe like these like generative type art styles. And I remember the first 10 that I did, I was really stressed because I wanted it to be good, but I was like, oh, it's probably going to be nothing. You just need to try. This will, it'll just be like a fun experiment. And then here a year later, I'm like, oh wow, I have like a business, a whole business.
You have
That's crazy.
And so your brands are Crypto Sluts and Crypto Butts, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said
But
that
Crypto Butts is like sorry.
No, you tell it. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, it's like a sister collection. So it's like it's incorporated in Crypto Sluts.
Okay. I like it. So we'll post all those links, and you can go and find her and her awesome artwork. That as I mentioned before, that dress that you had on the other day was absolutely like adorable. I love it. I can't wait to see your full space and your physical space, and I can't wait to see your digital space grow too. These stories that you're telling through documenting cryptocurrency. I love. Oh, that was the other giveaway. We have one more giveaway today too. We have another mug to give away. Do we have a lady in the audience that would like to come and share their mic? Or you know what? This is an open space today. Like we can throw it out there for another Jen. We're all inclusive here. We're excited. Thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you for your support. If anybody wants to come up and join the mic, tell us how you got started in crypto, where you are, why you or if you're a fellow out there, tell us why you're in here and why you want to see more women participate in the highest appreciating asset class in history. We appreciate your voice and for you being here. Oh, my iPad got yanked in my topic discussion, and I got so distracted by this beautiful art. And I'm really excited about giving away another mug because who wouldn't want to drink? Wait, did you do your dealer's choice? What mug did Felly get? What'd you deal out?
Okay, so Felly is gonna get the pulse chain.
Ooh.
So
nice.
We still got our sexy hexagon mug up for grabs.
What? We have a sexy hexagon mug for grabs. I have to get a picture. If you pop in, if you're mobile and able and you want to see it, you can pop on to Lindsay the Hexagon Twitter feed or full Megaline Twitter feed, Vibra Finance Twitter feed. I'll like and a follow, and you can see those mugs live for yourself. I think those will be pretty tasty to drink some coffee or tea out of next weekend. Or if you want to go incognito with a cocktail, you can do that too. So. Well, we're coming up to the last 5 minutes of our show today, and I feel like we're just getting warmed up. So that means that we're going to have to do another episode coming up soon because I know that you're going to be coming out with more art, and I want to hear more about where you're going with all of this. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us before we wrap up today? I get so excited about this.
Well, I always get stumped on this question, and I need to have like a plan because I always get asked like, "What's that last thing?" I'm like, "I don't know. Thanks for having me. Goodbye."
Outros, right? Those are real. Yeah. It's a real thing, but I don't think to plan because I'm so excited about what's going on in the middle. So tell us where we can find you. We'll post the links up there. We'll start with that.
Okay. Well, the one-stop shop to find all of my stuff is www.fullmetalmagdalene.com. That's going to have my roadmaps for Crypto Butts and Crypto Sluts. I'm trying to keep it a little more up to date. I did go through and update some of the artwork and things recently because I knew this was coming up. The store is linked. I have a link tree type link at the top of my bios on Instagram and Twitter that will have the store and all my other social media links. Let's see, right there.
There we go.
There's so many. So it's got like where to find the collections on OpenSea. Some of my other collections too that we didn't talk about. I have some that came before Crypto Sluts and Crypto Butts from a couple years ago.
See, we do have so much more to discuss in these spaces. I'm excited. Oh, look at this.
And then definitely check out the merch store. I'm trying to get those sales going up so that I can get to getting the physical store because I want to be able to show those numbers
Oh yeah.
when I actually get into looking for the space. So if you want to support my art, if you like it, if you have a project you want to rock and support, do check it out. It's cryptosluts.bigcartel.com. And then the mugs are only available for distribution in the US, but I believe everything else is international shipping.
Oh yeah.
And then it is free shipping for orders in the United States too.
Sweet. Yep, mine is on its way, and I am excited. I can't wait to have it on stream with me in the mornings. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for telling us how to find you. What do you have? What do you have planned next that you can like besides your physical store? Just give a little teaser on what you're working on. Just a little one.
Okay, so I really want to start like developing the characters so we can see them come to life. And I feel like the best one to start with is the Bitcoin zombie before Halloween. So with that character, I'm gonna kind of start taking her to that next level where you're gonna start to see all of the characters go, but I really want to get her kind of going before Halloween.
Cool.
And so that's kind of where that's going. And then while I'm doing that, just getting all of the girls, all of their full character drawings done for the character cards and the jackets.
The character cards are really neat. I like that you give them a little bit of a story and personality behind those too. That's really cool.
Yeah, I found the cards out of anything that I've made has been the best item to communicate kind of the idea behind the project because they can like hold them and look at them and see it and like, oh, they're actual characters, they with personalities and a story.
Yeah, I love that. That's really cool. And I would love to do another episode where we dive into the story of those characters more and maybe like dissect some of the ecosystem that they float in and like trace them back to their utility on the blockchain. Maybe we can we'll do a whole thing with that. Well, if you're open to that, we'll create a new story with that. I like it.
Let's do it. I like it. Yeah, I'm totally down. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we are going to wrap up the space for today. This is our last minute, but I just thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being in this room, for liking, sharing, retweeting. Thank you for tuning in to our YouTube video. This is Full Metal's first live stream. So if you have a chance to tune in later, catch her on the restream. She's looking good. She's sounding good this morning. Thank you. Thank you. The next episode of Vibing with Vibra will be next Sunday morning, 11 a.m. And we don't know where the space is going to flow, but we're excited for it. We're working on bringing more women into cryptocurrency, and we're opening the space to women to share their stories, where they are, where they're going, where they're growing, and how we can all get some good ideas. Let's do some brainstorming for our businesses here. Let's do some mapping for our action plans of our investments, our health or wealth or self. So let's get the space rolling. And thank you so much for being here today. We're going to close out the intro. I'm sorry, again, outros, right? This is a work in progress. Thank you. So Tuesday morning, Vibra Finance CEO will be live on YouTube, dropping some good information on the projects and the current market update that's going on. So thank you for tuning in today. Tune in with us next week, Sunday morning at 11, and we will all see you soon. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.